guys, EJ here, back with another video, and today is going to be my Blu-ray DVD update for June 1st, 2020. So yeah, it's been a crazy year, and it's only seemingly getting weirder this past week for sure. With that being said, I hope everybody is safe and doing the best they can in these weird and crazy times. But I'm not here to talk about that. I've got some movies to show you. Bunch of good family and animated films from the year 2018. My second to last update from my wish list from 2018. So almost done with that. But yeah, some good stuff in here. I always have one of these updates every year where some good family films, some good movies for kids, and some good animated stuff. So I've got nine good Blu-rays to show you, all from 2018, and definitely a theme. So starting off, up first, we have Disney's Christopher Robin. Yeah, Goodbye Christopher Robin film came out like a year before this one. I like that film a little bit more than this one. That one's starring Domhnall Gleeson and Margot Robbie. This one stars Ewan McGregor as grown-up Christopher Robin. Sort of lost his lust for life, his cheerfulness, his childhood dreams, if you like, and the characters of Winnie the Pooh and so on sort of bring back a smile in his life. Yeah, Ewan McGregor's perfectly fine. Like I said, when I talked about Goodbye Christopher Robin, I have a deep affinity for Winnie the Pooh because I grew up near Ashdown Forest, where the 100 Acres Wood where it's set, and I have friendly ties to the creator Winnie the Pooh and so on, or A.A. Milne of Winnie the Pooh. But yeah, Christopher Robin, perfectly fine film. But like I said, I liked Goodbye Christopher Robin. I mean, I don't know why we needed these films back to back, basically, in the course of a year. But I still enjoyed this one. Ewan McGregor is always great. So that is Christopher Robin. Alright guys, moving on. Up next we have Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. Yeah, not a big fan of both of these movies, Fantastic Beasts films. I know it's obvious that they're trying to cash in on the success of Harry Potter. Eddie Redmayne's fine in these two films. I do like Johnny Depp, so even this was an okay role for him. He plays a evil wizard who escapes prison, and Eddie Redmayne's character enlists the help of a young Dumbledore at the School of Hogwarts, played by Jude Law in this film. So yeah, there's lots of tie-ins to Harry Potter mythos and all that kind of stuff, but it was just kind of forgettable in the end, like the first one, if you ask me. They're laden with special effects and charming creatures and that kind of stuff. But Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, not great. Hard to say that title as well, which also isn't great. So that is Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Grald, whatever. Alright, up next. Yeah, I'm making a mess up of this update, that's for sure. We have Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween, I think was the subtitle, or maybe not. Anyway, I really liked the first Goosebumps with Jack Black. I really enjoyed that film a lot. This one, not as good as the first, like a lot of sequels, but still pretty fun. Good, fun movie about kids who discovered the book that brings all these crazy characters to life. Yeah, they had like evil puppet Slappy or whatever his name is. He's fun in these two movies. Yeah, like I said, I like the first one quite a bit. I thought Jack Black was good as the author, Stein. Yeah, good fun supporting characters in this film include people like Ken Jeong, Chris Parnell, Wendy McClendon Smith, or no, Wendy McClendon Covey is her name. Yeah, the actress from stuff like Reno and 911, the Goldbergs. Yeah, I like her a lot. So that is Goosebumps 2. Alright guys, moving on to a movie that you could say is a mix of the last two films combined, and that is The House with clocks in its walls. With a clock in its walls. Yeah, again starring Jack Black and Kate Blanchett. Decent, fun movie about a young boy who goes live with his creepy uncle in his weird house, and it's all about magic and wizardry and that kind of stuff. I like Kate Blanchett. Love her as an actress, and I thought she was kind of fun in this. Jack Black was fine. Like I said, I liked him in the first Goosebumps a lot, and that combined with Fantastic Beasts is what you get with the house with a clock in its walls. So that is the house with a clock in its walls. Another title that's hard to say. All right, moving on. This is not my best update, that's for sure. Up next, we have Incredibles 2. Again, another sequel. Again, Brad Bird comes back, of course. I love the first Incredibles. It's one of my favorite Pixar films. Probably in my top two. That and WALL-E, maybe Up. Probably my 1, 2, 3 in no particular order. But Incredibles is definitely one of my favorites. I just love the sort of whole spy nature of that film. It feels a lot like a Bond movie to me. So I love the first Incredibles. The Incredibles 2 was fine. It was okay. Not as good as the first one. I felt like a lot of the story lingered too much on Helen, the mother, like her story, and meanwhile her husband is stuck at home taking care of home life. It just kind of wandered throughout a lot of the middle of the film before it sort of kicks into gear towards the end. Great looking film, some really cool scenes, especially with the baby. But yeah, Incredibles 2. I think the problem with this is also I don't know why it took this long to get a sequel. I mean, 15 years since the original, 14 years since 2004 for the first Incredibles. But Incredibles 2 perfectly fine, but I didn't love it like I did with the first one. Alright guys, moving on, another sequel, definitely a theme as well today, and that is Mary Poppins Returns, starring Emily Blunt. Now, I love the original Mary Poppins from 1964, but that's an old movie, and the fact that you're going to make a sequel to it, you better get it right, because that's a beloved film from a lot of people's childhood. It still sort of holds up today. I mean, Julie Andrews, it's a classic, and I loved it since I was a kid. This one was okay. It wasn't great. It was just kind of off. I would say mainly because of Emily Blunt's performance, and I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she's a great actress, one of the best around actually, and she's just a great personality in general as well. Yeah, I just love most everything she's done since she broke onto the scene with Devil Wears Prada, a film I don't have, by the way. Another film also starring Meryl Streep, who makes an appearance in this, along with other good, solid actors like Emily Mortimer, Julie Walters, I believe, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, didn't love Mary Poppins Returns as much as I do the original, but like I said, big Emily Blunt fan, even though I think her performance is little off in this film. I would say the Nanny McPhee films with Emma Thompson might be a little bit better than this, but there you have it. Poppins Returns. I can't talk today. What is going on? Alright, up next, another sequel, of course, and that is Ralph Breaks the Internet. Yeah, big fan of Wreck-It Ralph. That's a great movie. This one, again, not as good as the original. Yeah, John C. Reilly and Sarah Silverman return. I definitely cannot talk today. Yeah, as Ralph expands his universe, venturing into the World Wide Web, if you like, for some new adventures. Yeah, beautiful looking film, like most Pixar stuff. But I will say, looking at this update overall, sort of a generalization of the last couple of years. Animation, I don't think has been that great or groundbreaking. There's nothing really new happening, at least in the last couple of years. I thought last year was kind of dull as far as animated movies. I mean, we had Toy Story 4 or 5, whatever the hell it was, and Frozen 2. I mean, those weren't inspiring choices for the best animated film of the year. Or Missing Link, I didn't think was great. Other films like that, just not a lot of originality in animation in the last couple years, in my opinion. But Ralph Breaks the Internet was fine. All right, guys, moving on. I did save the best for last. The last couple movies I thought were pretty good because again they were kind of original. And so up next we have Smallfoot. Yeah, really fun, surprising film. The classic Yeti tale told from the perspective of the snowman, the abominable snowman. Again, there were a couple films like this that came out last year about evolution, that kind of stuff. Missing Link and Abominable, which I also liked. But this one I probably liked best of all three of those. Smallfoot, yeah, is their take on Bigfoot. Yeah, it was a really sweet and surprising tale. I thought, like I said, told from the perspective of the Yeti, who don't think humans are real, and that's why they call them small feet. Yeah, fun cast. People like Channing Tatum, Common, LeBron James, Danny DeVito, Gina Rodriguez. Yeah, Smallfoot really thought of sort of. I really cannot talk today. Wow. Yeah, it surprised me, and I ended up liking it quite a bit. So that is Smallfoot. All right, last but definitely least, or not least, but thank God this update is now over. The best animated film of 2018, and that is Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, directed by Lord and Miller. Yeah, really a great surprise. When I originally saw the trailer, I was not inspired, to say the least, about this Spider-Man. But of course, ended up being completely wonderful, really original. Of course, told the story of Miles Morales instead of the old Peter Parker tale, which we've all heard a number of times. Limitless Spider-Man and all kinds of great fun. I like sort of the ode to the 2D animation as well. Yeah, 3D animation. It's sometimes nice to go back to 2D once in a while. That's for sure, because we all grew up on those classics. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse reminded me of that. Just a really cool, fun film. Yeah, it was a surprise for me because, like I said, I wasn't expecting much going into it based on the trailer alone. So that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, winner of the Academy Award for Best Picture, Best Animated Picture for 2018. All right, so that is my update. 9 sort of kids films, animated movies, family movies, a little bit of fantasy in there. Let me know what you thought of these films, not of this update. Because it wasn't great, I'll admit. Something's wrong with my voice, I can feel it, and I was just kind of all over the place today. But I'm getting to the end of this quarantine, that's for sure. I've been out working in it, but still, it takes a toll on you, sort of living this way for this long. And what's happened in the last week is kind of unbelievable. That obviously stuff like that still happens, and the reaction at this point is at a tipping point. But enough about that. I hope, yeah, like I said, I hope everybody stays safe and doing the best you can in these times. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.
Bond. James Bond.